That's right. My man Atsu is here with the latest updates. What's up, ATSU? What
Champ,
up? What
I'm
up?
in better spirits than I was yesterday.
Is it?
Yes, pain may endure for the moment.
But joy
But
comes
after
in the
a few-
morning.
Oh, after a few hours, we did cool. So, Ten Hag and his Manchester United, they hold no sway over us.
Okay,
yes,
good.
but
That's a good
there's still something to be a bit worried about. Two of the stories we're bringing you today are not exactly great stories. The first of those is the Black Princesses. Charlie, yesterday they lost to Austria by 2-1.
They shipped them.
Yes, they lost. Stella and I mentioned what was the consolation goal? It was a fantastic goal from the edge of the area. Created that space and then unleashed a bullet of a shot to get what will be no more than a consolation goal for the Black Princesses. So let's go hear from Princesses coach Yusuf Basigi. He says, thanks to that defeat, their job is cut out for them when they face Japan on Thursday. They have no choice but to win.
Or maybe drawing would have given us much, motivation to play. But however, we have nothing to complain if we are playing against Japan. The only thing is to ensure that we beat them. It gives us hope, but we still want to go on merit. Even though third place is also a merit, we still want to fight hard and then get a respectable position in our group.
So we have to, at all costs, by thunder, by fire, by force, whatever that means, we have to get the job done on Thursday when they take on Japan in the second group game at the ongoing FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. So, poor start for the Black Princesses. Let's talk about men's football. The Black Stars of Ghana have arrived in Kumasi. On Thursday, they are taking on Angola in that 2025 AFCON qualifier. It's the first of two games the Stars are playing in this window. 4 days later, they will be in Morocco to take on Niger. So as we speak, here's the roll call for the players who have turned up in camp. Lawrence Atizigi is there, Inyake Williams, Joseph Paintel, Abdul Mumin, Jerome Opoku, Kingsley Schindler, Seydou Alidu, Ashimeru Majid, Francis Abu, Mohamed Salisu, Forsen Amankwa, who was under the late call-up. He's in the team. And, of course, Mohamed Kudus, who arrived last night, are all parts of the team in Kumasi. But those who trained on Monday were goalkeepers Frederick Asare, Joseph Wallacourt, Abdul Fattah Isako, Thomas Partey, Antoine Semenyo, Brandon Thomas Asante, Ebenezer Anan, Jonas Ajeti, Tarek Lamte, and Ibrahim Osman. Let's hear from one of those players, Abdul Fattah Isako, who says they will do everything possible to get maximum points on Thursday.
It's just another game, and we just go with full energy, and as we always have the support, and we are ready to also give all for the nation, and yeah, we are just going to give all and take a win. I just want to say we need the support, and we are ready, and we are going to give all for the nation to get the 3 points.
Yeah. Lexis, what's the most bizarre football story or love-related story you've ever heard in your life? Like the one story you heard involving that is a love story that was too crazy to believe.
Oh, there's this one that was going around recently. Was it Kyle Walker's story? Do you remember there was a ridiculous one with Kyle Walker or something, and there's his ex-wife or I don't know. Do you remember that story?
He's not the only one with a crazy ex-wife story. In fact, as for Anthony Martial.
Anthony Martial
as well.
Ah,
yeah. There is another crazy story, but that one is there are aspects of it. If we say it already, will be subpoenaed in the next minute. Yes. Bro, there is I don't know how to say this. A Ghanaian athlete, Rebecca Cheptegei. For those who follow the Olympics, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's in a critical condition in a Kenyan hospital because she was allegedly doused with petrol and set on fire by a former boyfriend.
Are you serious?
Like, what could be the justification for attacking a woman, let alone to set the person on? Like, so
it's like
the thought process.
You want to burn her alive.
It's not like you flick a switch and then the person suddenly is ablaze. You have to go and get the flammable substance, right? What you will use to burn the person.
Find her, pour it on her.
In that moment, from the moment you made the decision to do that, like, what was going through his mind? Nothing clicked with him that this might be a tad too far, a step too far. went to get the inflammable substance, which was petrol, found the ex-lover, and decided to pour petrol on. And you see, she's not going to give up easily for you to. So you must have rendered her incapable of moving away or defended herself, which means he probably assaulted her. He probably beat her to the point where, because no one will see petrol and a lighter beside you.
You're being too vivid. It's okay. I'm
Bro,
sick in the stomach.
She was attacked, and here's the thing: in her home.
Oh, are you serious?
In her home. That was per the BBC reports in Western Kenya, where she had been training post the Olympics, and there are some concerns that and this is the latest in a series of violence against women, most of them resulting in deaths. And per the medical reports that were released earlier today, she suffered about 75% of her body burns.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and
that's terrible.
So she was
That's
returning.
inhumane.
Yeah, she was returning from church with her 2 children when she was targeted. Now, the alleged attacker also sustained serious burns, according to local police chief Jeremiah Ole Kosiom. But of course, his was nothing serious as compared to what Cheptegei herself. She's from a region just across the border in Uganda and is said to have bought a piece of land in Trans Nzoia County and built a house to be near Kenya's many athletic training centers. So this was an investment to further her career.
This is sad. I watched there at the Paris Olympics, right?
Well, she finished 44th in the marathon at the Paris Olympics, like you mentioned, but she had won gold at the World Mountain and Trail Running Championships in Chiang Mai 2 years ago. And in April of that same year, another female runner, Damaris Mutua, was found strangled in a home with a pillow over her face in the Rift Valley town of Aiton. It came months after the record-breaking long-distance runner Agnes Tirop was also found stabbed to death in the same town.
That's crazy. Eh?
Yeah. In both cases, their partners have been identified by the authorities as the main suspects. And, Tirop's husband is currently facing murder charges, which he denies, while a search for Miss Mutua's boyfriend continues. That's when, after committing the heinous crime, he disappeared. We're only hoping that she somehow survives this. Cheptegei somehow survives this, and that's not.
She does.
It's crazy though. But there's one other heartbreaking story involving a Ghanaian player. Heartbreaking because of the circumstances, right? On transfer deadline day, we all expected Ernest Nuyama to sign for Fulham, right? I mean, we're all excited because
Isn't
this
he
is the Premier League.
in France?
Yeah, Olympique Lyon.
Lyon.
All of us were excited because this is the Premier League. Good money, exposure, big platform, all of that. At the last minute, the deal collapsed. Well, today, thanks to the French newspaper L'Equipe, we're learning that apparently Ernest Nuyama was literally forced to sign against his will. And he broke down in tears at the point of signing the contracts.
Signing which contract? The Fulham
The
contract?
new, yes. So, and this was all thanks to the owner of the club, John Textor. And just do a quick Google search of John Textor and other word controversies there. A litany of them will show up. So that perhaps is the explanation for his decision not to sign the contract at the last minute. And
you said he signed it in
no,
tears.
at the point of signing it,
Uh-huh.
he broke down in tears and said, I'm not doing this. So apparently he was forced by John Textor, who saw the money Fulham were offering and said, this is too good to let go. And
okay.
So whether Nuyama was excited about it or not,
Or moving, or
no,
okay.
There was no choice for him. His was he was just told to go and discuss terms because we have agreed a deal. We don't want you anymore. We're going to take the money. You have to go. Find a way to make this work. And this was in the final hours of the transfer window. So there was little time. And Nuyama is just settling into France. According to Matt Spiro, the French football journalist, he just bought a house. He's moving some of his family there. So to do all of that this month and now be told that, you know what, pack, bag and bag it because we've taken our money.
But I don't understand why. What's the problem?
That is John Textor.
No, it's not even about John Textor. It's about Ernest Nuyama. But you should understand the name of the game.
Not necessarily.
Isn't that how the football world is?
No. So you see, this is different from basketball.
No, it's not basketball.
Basketball, you'll be sitting at the pub having beer with the guys, and then you hear on the radio that you've been traded. And you have to go. It's not the norm in football, right?
Okay.
There are times when the club's plans, when a club does that, it'll coincide with, or it'll be in sync with the player's ambitions. The player doesn't really mind, and he will take the money, especially if the money is good.
But now the club says that we don't really have you in our plans.
Yeah.
Right?
And in fact, they signed the Ivorian winger, Wilfred Zaha, ostensibly as replacement.
Yes. So
now
you
he'll
should
be
know.
the competition for Enes Niama. And and normally when clubs make moves like this, they would make it difficult for you to be reintegrated back into the team.
Isn't that the same thing that happened to Osimhen? And now,
Exactly.
did he ever think that
No,
his
but
family
you see,
will be in Galatasaray? Galatasaray.
In Turkey. In Turkey, bro. But you see, the Osimhen situation is a bit different. Osimhen has always known they wanted to move. Osimhen didn't find out on transfer deadline day.
Well, that's fine. But
Yes.
my point is that if
Also,
you're talking about
Osimhen
all
got-
of a sudden he has to reintegrate and settle somewhere else because his family, he's bought the house, and they're fire home.
No, but you see, all of that being communicated in the last final hours of the transfer window is, come on, man.
Well, anyway.
You wanted him to be treated with a bit more grace.
I understand.
Right? And so we're only hoping that there are no sour grapes here. This is handled professionally. Niama gets reintegrated into the team, and he gets the ball for the Black Stars of Ghana. That's all time open mates us this afternoon.
Thank you so much, man, and do have a good day.